Voices Radio.
I'm Maria Hanlon. We're here at GALA Festival with the sensational Helena Star and Voices Radio. Hello, Helena.
Hello, Maria.
How's it going?
Very well so far.
So, the last time I saw you, we met briefly, was your boiler room. How was that?
It was great. I mean, you were there that night. I feel like from start to finish, the energy was palpable. Do you know what I mean? It was really special to do it in London. The last one I did was in Scotland, which was great, but there's just something different about doing it like where you live, do you know what I mean? Hometown vibes, and it was just so much fun. I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't.
Really? It literally popped off. And also I love there was an all-female lineup because it was Ellen Knight, it was you, Louise Chen and Jada G, and all of you absolutely killed it. All night I was like, my arm was aching by the end. I was like, I need to lie down. So, as well as that, that's obviously a bucket list moment. But you've also supported Kerry Chandler, who's playing today here at GALA Festival. How was that? Because that must be like an ultimate goal. That's huge.
It was Kerry and Moody Man as well, and like it is so crazy because like if you are into the music that we're into, they are kind of the reasons why we do it all, like
absolute icons.
The icons, and just like my favourite records ever in the whole world, and to be invited onto a night like that was so special. And also just to have like kind words from Kerry and from Moody Man was mental. Like I was gonna swear then. It was really lovely and just so like affirming and special, and they are the nicest people, which I feel like people know that about Kerry, but Moody Man is also so lovely as well, and it was just great. I mean, I had so much fun.
I love it when also you hear that someone that you like idolise is such a nice person. You're like, I love them even more now. And Moody Man, he's such a character. I've seen some like documentaries about him, but he's such a character. Yeah, he seems it. So as well as DJing, obviously you do radio on Foundation FM. Why do you think Foundation FM is such an empowering and important platform?
I mean, for me, it's been instrumental in what I've done. Like, it's 5 years this year, and I joined the second day that the radio ever was on air. And before that, I mean, I've been playing for a while, and I'd been doing radio for a bit, but I'd really struggled to get on radio before that. And Foundation gave me that opportunity and that chance, and they just listened to a show that I'd done, and they said, "Oh, you're really good." It wasn't about like what social media presence I had or kind of who I was. It was just about making good radio and supporting people who needed a space to grow and flourish, and they still do that, you know. It's still about the people, it's still about giving people opportunity, still making incredible radio, but it's about nurturing kind of the next generation and also people who have been around for a long time too, you know. It's just about nurturing artists and radio presenters, and I love them.
It's such a brilliant platform, and also your show is brilliant, the breakfast show on a Wednesday 10 to 1, but I did see on Instagram you're shifting things around. Next week is your final show. Can you say anything about that or not just yet?
No, I can say. So next week is my final breakfast show because I am pregnant, which is very exciting.
Congrats, that's amazing.
Thank you. I'm not leaving the station entirely, but a weekly show is going to be a little bit much.
Yeah, and that's a lot of music. I always think, because it's like, what, 3 or 4 hours your show? 3 hours of like, and you mix in most of it. Like, that's a lot of music to get through.
It's a lot of music.
Yeah.
It's a lot of music to kind of acquire, and I love it so much. But yeah, it takes up a lot of energy. And look, who knows, I might go back and do it again, but I've done it for 2 years, you know, so I feel like I've given it a good run. So I'm going down to a monthly show on a Tuesday, similar time, but just a bit shorter, and you only get me once a month now.
Yeah, it will be even more of a treat. We'll like put it in our diaries, look forward to it. So obviously we're here with Voices Radio. What advice would you give for up and coming presenters or DJs like getting into the industry for the first time?
It's a really good question. It's a hard one because your own journey is so different to everyone else's, and I think that's kind of advice in itself, you know. Like, people ask me, how did you do what you do? I want to do that. And I'm like, but my experience would be so different to yours. Like, I started when I was 16. That's like 10 years ago. Oh my God. But advice I would give is just starting, just going for it. Like, I don't think you have to be on a radio station. I think that's advice I would have given myself when I was younger. Like, you can just start. Like, we have phones. Well, most people have phones. If you're privileged enough to have a phone, to have a laptop, you can literally create your own radio and create stuff and put things out there. I have a lot of people ask me again, like, okay, I want to do this. I'm like, what have you got out? Oh, I don't have anything out at the moment. Well, how do people know? You know, and that's advice I got given because I was saying that too, and I didn't have a mix out, you know. So it's about sharing what you do, honing in your craft, and really just dedicating time to it. And I really do think that if you put enough love, enough energy into it, people will start to recognize that. And also going out as well, I think is a really, really good tip. Like, being in spaces that you want to play at, being around those people, taking that in. People really appreciate that too. Like, if you want to be on a show, I use someone who I know as an example called Joey Manzi, who I love.
I love Joey Manzi. He's also got a show on Voices, so yeah.
Well, there we go.
It all ties in.
Love that. Big up Joey. But he is someone who you always see out and about. He's always in the dance. I saw him when I played at Eglo Records. He's in there, you know.
He was here on Friday. I bumped into him.
Exactly.
He's one of those people you always bump into. That's what you mean. Like, in those spaces, always about, and also supporting others, not just DJing yourself, but also going to other people's nights, buying tickets, supporting them, being in the scene 100%.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And he played the other week at Eglo Records on their night in Corsica, and I was like, do you know what I mean? That's just how you do it. It's like, but it's genuine. He genuinely loves it.
You can tell it's like that passion and supporting others. And I think this industry, when you start out, it can be quite overwhelming and you're not sure. Until you find your people, it's a bit scary, like knowing what to do or where to go. But when you find that community, like Voices, like Foundation FM, that's where it's at.
And finding your sound.
Definitely, finding your sound too. So, talking of sound, what can people expect from your set? If they haven't seen a Helena style set before, how would you sort of describe the vibe, the genres? What sort of energy do you bring?
I'm very much a mixed bag kind of person. I always find it so difficult to explain, but I definitely would say soul-induced. Soul-induced house, techno, garage, like it kind of all like reaps, you know, it all has that kind of stuff. Lots of big soulful vocals, big heavy bass lines, but just fun.
Just fun. How would you say that, like, if you're in a Helena Star set, how would you dance if you were in the crowd? Give me a little movement. Because I think it's kind of more of like a, that's how I've been dancing at your boiler room. Oh, okay, yeah.
What's my boiler room?
Yeah, you did. I remember seeing you. And I was right at the front and I was really pushed, so I couldn't move, so I was just like that. And so I look so awkward in all the videos. I'm just doing this one move. And my arms are long and skinny, so it's even worse. But yeah.
Exactly, hands up. I think that's it.
That's it. Just, move with what you've got. Work with what you've got.
Just dance.
Yeah.
That's the key one.
Yeah.
I need people dancing because it really upsets me when people don't dance.
Yeah, when people are too cool and they're at the back.
Exactly. What's the
We don't
point?
like that. We don't.
What's getting
involved?
Get involved. Have a dance. It feels good.
Yeah. So who are you excited to see tonight? Obviously, Kerry Chandler.
Obviously, Keza. I feel like I've missed everyone now,
I know,
though.
it's a little bit late in the day.
I don't even know who's playing.
Well, obviously you.
I am playing Baby K, who's on before me, who runs Black Artist Database as well. Very excited to see him because I love him very much. Kerry, who else is playing?
Yeah, I feel like also this.
I think I've missed everyone.
No, you can just wander around there because I was at the patio just now. And it was like popping off, and I just got here and I was like straight in.
Who was it at the patio?
But that's what I mean.
It was
You can
very
just
good.
go anywhere. And,
And I just saw a bit of Charlie Dark and Mr. Scruff, which was a big vibe,
So good.
as always.
So good.
Love them.
So outside of the festival, which DJs or producers have you got your eye on? Maybe they can be up and coming, or someone you've been like loving for a while.
But you know what? I feel like I had to rep and say Helena because
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, she's only been DJing for like a year or
Yeah.
so, which is mental to me.
Yeah.
But she has such an extensive knowledge
Yeah.
for music, and I know she's obviously a singer as well, and
Yeah.
she's so amazing. But her collection is incredible.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Have you been to one of her house party nights at Hootenanny? I played at one of those and it literally went off. There were people on the stage. I've never seen it so busy. And I didn't know what to expect because it was the first one. And I think I came from work and I literally had 5 minutes to get on stage. And and you're like, I was not expecting it to be this busy because it was just absolutely like the busiest I've ever seen it in there. She's killing it right now.
She's killing it, and I'm really excited to see where it goes for her because I know it's just going to be an upwards trajectory.
You know when it's like someone shining.
Oh
you're like,
God, yeah.
We've got our own.
I've got your card, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So just to finish, what have you got coming up this summer? Have you got any more festival stuff or radio stuff? Or?
Yeah, so it's obviously a bit slower this year because I can't do everything.
Yeah, of course.
But still amazing things happening. Love International, which I'm very, very excited for. I'm doing some hosting for Boiler Room in Puglia.
Amazing.
Which will be good for Polyphonic. Where else am I playing? Milkshake Festival in Amsterdam. Waterworks. If I can make it, because it's a month before my due date.
Oh, wow.
This
is the thing now, I guess. You're going to have to kind of plan things around your due date. Partying like, woo!
I'm like, I think I can do it. I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
It's like a month before, so it's fine. What else have I got happening? can't even remember, but yeah, some
That's
really
enough,
nice
that's
things.
Loads, that's loads. Well, thank you so much, Helena Starr, and congrats again. Excited for your set.
Thank you.